All right, all right, all right. Let's see what's going on in here. All right, all right, all right. Let's see what's going on in here. All right, all right, all right. Yeah, let's see what's going on in here. All right, all right, all right. Let's see what's going on in here. Oh, what's up with that music, man? It's kind of weird. It's kind of robot now, at least in my headset. Maybe you're hearing it all right. Let's get ready to go live, yeah? Welcome back, Wayfarer. I hope you're doing well wherever you are, whoever you are, and whenever you are receiving this transmission. Welcome back to FM Radio. Frank Monday coming at you once again like Finnegan. So if you've got a yen to expand your kin, then let's get zen. Tune in with Frank Monday. He's on when he's on. Grand Wizard of the Esoteric Order of Dagon Eastern Star Division. Self-appointed. Francis Lunas Aristeas of the OTA. Broadcasting to you from the Central Kingdom of the Celestial Dragon Twilight Zone, Old Peking, far behind the bamboo firewall, reminding you, Wayfarer, hit the like button. Do the thing. Sub the channel. Leave a comment. Come back and participate often. And when the show is over, head over to buymeacoffee.com/Frank Monday and put a little something in the tip jar. Today we have kind of a special pre-show show, right? Waiting for TML to fire up the big guns so that we can head over and check out what's going on with the panel verse. Dutch Vittles, good magic, good looking out. Appreciate you being here. You are recognized. Dutch Vittles. I haven't really had many Dutch Vittles of my own. They do sound delightful, though. I know, with some blood sausage, probably. What do you guys make over there? Nice rye bread. Probably good butter, right? Welcome, Dutch Vittles, to the transmission. This pre-show show is only going to last as long as it lasts. I think the counter says 39 minutes and 39 seconds. So that's what we're going to do. Let's get right into it, guys. TML's about to launch a big show, which we're going to go over and watch and try to participate in if it's an open panel. If not, we'll just be in the chitter chat box, keeping it squeaky clean as per usual in the chat box with wishy-washy dish soap. Best dish soap in the business. Pick up the 5-pound box at Thompson's 5 and Dime for $4.99. You can get a 20% discount coupon in your mailer by subbing at buymeacoffee.com/Frank Monday. Wishy-washy dish soap. Keep your balls and bowls squeaky clean with wishy-washy. Comes with a complimentary wishy-washy dishcloth. Pick up a box at Thompson's 5 and Dime. You won't regret it. It really is a good dish soap, guys. It comes in the powdered form, but it's super bubbly and super effervescent. It's got a lovely, it comes in two different scents. It's got the zesty lemon scent, which is my favorite personally. But then there's also the soothing and relaxing lavender scent. So it depends on if you want your balls spicy and zesty or you want them a little more luxuriant with that beloved lavender scent. Oh, that might be what you're into. So it's up to you. Make a choice, though. Get either the zesty lemon scented wishy-washy dish soap in the 5-pound box or the luscious lavender. You might want to pick up one of each, right? Depending on your mood. How you want those balls getting cleaned. That wishy-washy dishcloth, though, that complimentary one that comes with the 5-pound box, it's quite a thing. Like, I bought 10 boxes just to have 10 of those washcloths hanging around, man. Nothing like a warm, wishy-washy dishcloth to get those balls cleaned. I love it. I love clean balls, and I'm sure most of you do too. All right. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. Like and subscribe, guys. Do it now. So we're going to be heading over to, let me see if I can pull it up. 3 are waiting, it says in the chat. And let me see, guys. I'll show you the link so you know what I'm talking about. Can I share this screen? I don't know. It depends. You know, StreamYard is the best platform for streaming. But it has its drawbacks as well. And especially when you're on the free account, you don't get very many hours. You only get 20 hours a week. And so I have to be really careful, like, with using those hours, because I want to maximize it. It's the one platform where you can actually host people without it crashing out. Like, I was using Restream the other night for that last transmission. Oh my god, what an absolute freaking nightmare Restream is. Yeah, so let me pop it up here. Yeah, looking good. That's perfect. Look at that. You can see it. You can see the dark mirror as it penetrates through the aether lines into your headset, directly into your headset. Wayfarer, welcome back. Cage tried to get up here the other day, but I was on Restream and it wouldn't let him up. Every time he came in, he was just roboting. Yeah, so we're going to be checking out this right here. Oh my god, look at it. 36 minutes to go, guys, on December 20th at 8:30 a.m. It's getting really close. It depends. Check your local clocks and times for that, guys, to figure out when it really is happening for you. But here's where it's happening, man. Made by Machine Bob 7. I guess that's episode 7, maybe? Or, yeah, 7th in a series of Made by Machine Bob. Panel actors, too. Oh, this is the second one in this series, huh? BB's Revenge. I don't know much about it. Let's see if we can find a little more information in the doobly-doo. No, there's nothing in the doobly-doo except for that call to StreamYard and your 10% discount, which isn't much, man. They should give you they should give you 50% off for an entire year. That would make it worthwhile for people to do. But yeah, StreamYard's a big money maker for ABC or whoever owns it. It's funny how it's like one company owns everything, but they try to diversify it to make it look like, you know, so they can save on taxes and shit and fucking bamboozle people. It's a bit of a joke. Yeah, so TML, The Machine Lies, really good platform, guys. I'm a huge fan. I'm a super fan, you might say. Yeah, there's the link. Got that link ready for you. All right, YouTube, The MachineLies9534. Check it out. This is what it's all about. Wayfarer.
On the machine that lies. Basically, you know, on the stream, The Machine Lies, we're taking a very critical look at technology. So the reason we're doing that is because we're looking at the medium that is used to communicate, right, and transmit information, right? We don't think that any form of mediation is neutral, right, but it's laden with values. And so I think that the well has been polluted by technology. So obviously we take a critical look at technology, right? Okay, we're looking at different concepts in relation to technology, right? In terms of philosophy, right? And in terms of religion. Now, that is one of the main purposes of the show, is that we really look at where technology and religion, science, and spirituality, where those things intersect, right? Because there's a crisis of the modern world in which there's a majority of the modern world is religious people. Their mindset is secular, and the means they employ are secular. We're living in a post-liberal, post-human, post-geological age, right? So we're talking about the death of liberalism, the rise of the world technological system. Now, we do think that, okay, there's a considerable level of, you know, externalization of the ego, okay, and mediation of ourselves through the means we employ. So obviously, you know, we shape tools, but the tools we use shape us, right? So that's one of the main things we're trying to get across on the show, is how technology changes human psychology. If you question the means you employ and what the objective factors of power are in our age, right, then that's the most important question you can ask. right? That's the most critical stance you could actually take, right? Like most people don't question, how or what means they use to question, to ask the question itself, right? So we're actually taking a critical look at technology, right, as a primary form of communication, as an objective factor of power in our age, right? And we think that basically we're assuming that a lot of the stuff that we see through this medium is totally made up, right, fabricated, and that is based on the fact that it is artifice. It's produced by a machine, right? So we talk about the lies of the machine on the machine that lies. So we.
All right. Yeah, that's what's going to be happening, guys, over at the Machine Lies. Snafu Snaps, you going to be there? What about right now, Snafu? What you got going on, man? You want to panel up? Tell me what you think about it. I don't know if you saw today's chats with Jack, but I was over there representing the optics today. Yeah. So I don't know, man. I don't know what's been going on with you, Snafu. You're out of it, You come over, you talk your piece, you say your piece, but then you talk a bunch of shit behind people's backs, man. It's kind of like you stab us in the back, man. What's up with that? I felt that I was nothing but reasonable and kind with you. I don't think I deserve that kind of treatment, Snafu. I got a lot of love for you, Snafu. Tried to bring you in, welcome you into the fold. I know this thing is older than me. Yeah, you tell me to my face. I don't want to hear that, man. I don't want to fight with you. I'm here to make friends, not enemies. You can do whatever you want, homie. You gonna do your thing. I wasn't cupcaking today, man. I'm trying to ease into it. You got to build some street cred with Jack before you can just speak your mind. If you just come in there trying to make it all about yourself and fighting with Jack, I'm not saying you, but if I did that, I wouldn't be able to build any bridges with him. Right? Look at how much shit he'll tolerate out of Tommy, right? He'll let him up day after day and just listen to him just spew meth head nonsense out of a slack-jawed, glass-jawed, right, position of know nothing, Bible straight up my ass, gonna tell you how the cow eats the cabbage. What is he, like 35 years old? He looks 50, and he's gonna talk down to everyone else because he's a homeless bicycle repairman. Yeah, I ain't gonna tolerate none of that fucking happy horse shit. I would square off with Tommy or you, Snafu, or any one of you guys in a fucking heartbeat. Believe me. You don't even know, man. It's so funny coming from dudes that never really been in a fight. I believe Tommy's probably been in a fight, but still, that's not going to play out against a guy who trains to fight daily and has been in so many fucking street fights that you would be astounded. Like, I'm surprised I'm even survived this long, as many fights, hardcore, life-ending fights that I've been in. You guys don't even know, man. I'm a ghetto baby. I grew up getting fucking my ass whooped and learning how to combat real men, not little internet incel faggots. Yeah, whatever. Look at this dude. Look at this fucking weirdo. Absolute coward. Steven, you have... Oh, no, I said his name. He who shall not be mentioned, right? Step in. Queen Snafu. Queen Stephanie. You guys are being so gay. Mr. King. Snafu, what are you doing cucking to Steven? Oh my God in heaven. What a bad look for you, Snafu. Those are really bad optics. You cucking to Steven? Are you on Team Evil, Snafu? I'm suspicious that you might be, man. That you might have a little bit of that in you. You might be a member of Team Evil. If I was to find that out, Snafu, that you were working behind the scenes with Queen Step In and you were just a minion of Team Evil, ooh, that would not be good, man. You guys haven't even challenged me enough or riled my ire to actually like cast any kind of spells against you. But if that were to happen, if I were to even think it, if I were to even suggest it in the spirit realm, sad thing is, man, you
says, hey,
you wouldn't
nigga.
survive.
Depends on how you said it. Like you say, what's up, nigga? Then that's cool. But if you just say, nigga, then I'm gonna take it different. I might be over there, you be pulling me off of it, you know?
Now, if a white person walks up to Eazy-E and says, hey, nigger.
Depends on how you said it. Like you say, what's up, nigga? Then that's cool. But if you just say, nigga, then I'm gonna take it different. I might be over there, you be pulling me off of it, you know?
Notice how the interviewer... Holy fuck. Notice how the interviewer in this video was race baiting Eazy-E. See, these are the type of homies that I grew up with, right? I didn't grow up with little incel internet faggots that live in their mother's basement in Canada, right? I grew up with the real G's. And, but you notice how the white, obviously white, you could tell by the canter of his voice, that the obviously white journalist tried to incite Eazy by saying hard R, nigger, right? And then Eazy, he's from the hood. He's from the COMPTON Compton, right? And he's like, he's already saying nigga, because they never said it with a hard R back in the hood, right? If you said it with a hard R, even back in the hood, back in the days, I'm talking like 80s, you know, that shit didn't fly, man. You'd be picking your fucking teeth up off the ground. I can't even see who this is down in the ideas box here. Let me see if I can move that. Yeah, just some weirdo. Let me see. How can I do this? I don't know if I can trust it. You got to cam up in the back, L. Otherwise, no go, no homo. No homos on the show. Sorry about that, man. If I can't see who you are and I don't know who you are, then ain't gonna happen. Tinfoil hat, same thing. Either cam up, show who you are, or hit the motherfucking road. Biatch. Like that old hit single, Frank Monday's hit single goes, get on up out the way, bitch. Said, get on up out the way. Said, move your big old fat ass out my way, biatch. Cause I'm coming through, and I'm moving, and I'm grooving, and I'm jamming to the tunes of Frank Monday's hit single, Get Out the Way. All right, guys, got a couple of troublemakers in the back. Got one that's going by the handle L. But according to Google, their actual name is Founder of Creativity. Let's see what Google has to say about you, L. We'll do a little background research. Pull up your docs here on a live show and see what we can see. Yes, indeed. Okay, L cowered out, ran away like a little rat. What about tinfoil hat? Private chat, you got anything to say other than being a gay ass POS that isn't worth my time? Oh, this is Michael Smith, authenticated with Facebook. So I got Step In, Queen Stephanie in the back, hanging out in the chitter chatter box, talking a gang of shit. Ain't gonna happen for you, Stephanie. Like KJV likes to say, right? Send in the blockers. Send in the blockers. Step in. Send in the blockers. Have you seen KJV's latest cut on you? Queen Step In. He does some good magic over there, man. He really shows what a fucking monster you are. I mean, are you 400 pounds yet? Because you say you're over 6 foot with those dark little rat beady eyes. I bet you're 440. I bet you're pushing 440. You're probably so close to a diabetic heart attack that one sneeze is all it's going to take to push you over the fucking edge, man, to your demise. But yeah, I'm not going to have any part in it, man. Ain't going to have no part in it. Snafu, you could suck a dick. You trying to fucking gather dirt on me so you can go around the internet and talk shit? Fuck all that. I didn't say nothing. I said if I did, you would know. So do not infuriate me. Do not anger me, Snafu. Now, I got nothing but love for you, Snafu. You can fucking panel up. We can chat about it. If you can control your fucking mouth, man, and your good goddamn tendency to talk over everyone all the time, I would be more than happy to have a conversation with you. But do not attempt to step into my fucking hood and try to talk down to me. You got another thing coming. Don't talk down to me about anything, about God, the Bible, family, society, community. You have no position with which to stand on a fucking soapbox in my presence. No, Ben was just being a troublemaker, man. He wasn't, he's not eloquent, he's not articulate, he's just a mouthy motherfucker. Just because you can say the same things over and over and over again and loop and make it sound like grandiloquence doesn't mean that you're a thoughtful or caring person. Doesn't mean that you're saying anything of value. It just means that you're filling dead air with your fucking noise and static. And that does not help it doesn't help with spiritual conversations or philosophical conversations. You guys don't even know the game, man. You don't even know how to go about it. You don't even know how to approach the essential question. And that's the big problem. Dr. D's in the house. I just noticed you, man. Sorry about that. All this other static and fucking shitbirds out there that it was hard to see that there were good people with some clarity. Yeah, good to see you, Dr. D. Much love to you, man. Good looking out in the comments section over our Chats with Jack today. You guys were making some salient points. You and that other dude, there's a new dude. His name's like Burgess Official or something. I couldn't spell his name correctly. I didn't catch it exactly, but he's been making some salient comments the last couple of weeks. He seems to have just appeared on the scene, or at least I just noticed him. But yeah, he's boiling it down and pointing straight at truth. Right? He's doing a good job. So I can appreciate that. I thought I saw you a second ago, Voy. Yeah, you're out there too, Voy. If either one of you good-looking, sexy motherfuckers wants to jump up here, Dr. D, Voy, or anyone worth a shit, then we've got 20 minutes before TML launches the big show. And that'll be good magic. It's going to be a good show, I'm sure, because they're going to be getting into the chowdered crusty. All right, if you guys know Slow State, then you might be interested to check out TML here in a minute. He's going to be getting into the chowdered crusty and figuring out what's the game there. Let me make sure I pull up the right link. There it is there. Yeah. So he's going to be taking a careful, closer examination at the so-called goofy frat boy with his hat on backwards and talking about nothing for hours at a time. Kind of like this crazy machinations of insanity over here, Queen Step In. He's got a 10 to 12 hour docket to fill each day, right? No nothing loser, 400 pounds, living in his mother's septic tank out in the Canadian wilderness, right? Drooling ichor of Dorito chips down his fifth chin into his belly button, right? Oh my God, it's disgusting. Huge yellowed claw-like toenails growing like an absolute monster. Just a nightmare of a human being. But others are welcome, right? There's always room for people who have right? 007 knows what's up. I was just on 007 the other night. Man, I was having real issues with my internet the other day when I came over to see you, 007. Blessings. 007's a man who holds down a tight show. He's a musician and a muse and a good man. Yeah, I had fun coming over. And I apologize for the last time I came on. It went well. I was in a good mind. And I'd only had a couple of beers. I don't think I was drinking at all. But the time before that, I was a couple of sheets to the wind and couldn't hold my shit together on your show. So thank you for showing kindness to me and maintaining a platform, where you allow some other voices on. Yeah, so if you wanted to come up and say hello, the link's in the chat. I don't know if everyone caught it or not. But I'm only going to keep this up until TML launches his show, and then I'll likely head over there and try to redirect everyone to the Machine Lies. So that'll be good magic. But yeah, you know, it is what it is. Like 007, you don't talk down to people. You know, you try to build some momentum and do some learning while you're doing some teaching. And that's the way to get it done, man. I mean, we're grown motherfucking men. And here we got like 20-something, 30-something kids coming in here trying to tell us how fucking cows eat cabbage. And it's like, bro, we've been watching it twice as long as you. Yeah, thank you for that, man. That's very kind of you. Because I was, you know, I was kind of in a little bit of a dark place and had about, I don't know, maybe a 12 pack in me at that point. And so I was, you know, trying to be coherent. And sometimes, yeah, alcohol I don't think is ever the answer. If you're under a lot of stress and shit, it doesn't help. Cannabis is definitely the answer, but it's not, you can't get any here, right? I mean, I guess you could if you really tried, but it's verboten here in the Central Kingdom. And so I'd rather just take a little puff, give, and then fucking go to sleep and forget about my worries and deal with them the next day. No, yeah, I think you are teaching by example, 007. You may not consider yourself to be like a teacher or a leader, but those are the real teachers and leaders. The guys that aren't trying to lord it over other people. I don't see what you said, Voy. Why are you saying, well, cheers anyway? Are you heading out? This isn't an airport, Void. You don't, voyage. You don't need to announce arrivals and departures, motherfucker. You can leave through the same door you came in through. But welcomes and blessings, Voy. You know I love you. If you're headed out, then have a good one, man. Godspeed to you. But again, this is not a fucking airport. This isn't a bathroom. It's not a public bathroom. Don't come in here and try to take a shit in the middle of my fucking living room. Serious consequences over there for Mary Jane. Yeah, it's kind of a big deal. And so it's stupid. It's really stupid. And I would directly pick up a voice and a torch against it if I thought there were any value in that, but that's not the way they do things here. So you got to pick and choose your battles, you know, and some of them are just better left to the local populace, because I'm a visitor here in the long run. You know, I'll never be a member or a citizen of their society. I'll always just be a guest. I appreciate that, panel verse. I saw you over in chats with Jack, and you're a good person. You know, you launch into the show with a lot of vim and vigor and enthusiasm for supporting Jack and the message, and that's good magic, man. I can appreciate that. We have got about 15 minutes before the Machine Lies panel verse actors BB's Revenge is going to start over there at TML's platform. So I just want to do a little pre-show show, unofficial, of course, to preface and fill some of that dead air between chats with Jack and when TML is going to launch in. Dr. D, I feel safe even clicking on your comments before even reading them, Dr. D. That's the kind of street credit you've got over here at FM radio. Dr. D says, hey, this statement, I prefer signing exchanges with covert contracts. Do you think this was a thing men would have typically said or even considered a few generations ago? I'm not sure that I even understand what this means, Dr. D. I'll have to take a second to look at it and try to get a better feel for what it means. I prefer sanitary, not sanity, sorry. I prefer sanitary exchanges without covert contracts. I don't know the context of who said this or what's going on with it. I don't even know. What do you mean by a sanitary exchange? Like, I wash my hands, and if we're dealing in cash and I'm handing you money, are you talking about a bar? You have to elaborate, man. I can't address the question that I don't understand. But it can be a premise to whatever you're building into, if you want me to take a bigger picture into consideration. 007 says, I hit that like. I'm appreciating you tonight, Frank. catch you at the end of your night. Yeah, it's early morning here. Yeah, it is. Well, it's getting later in the morning. It's 8 a.m. Man, we've had the most dire, dank air pollution for the last 3 or 4 days. Like on the AQI, it's been up in the level of 3 to 500, and I thought I was gonna die day one when the bad air hit. Like I thought I was having a heart attack, going into cardiac arrest, brain damage, all of it, heavy metals. I say that we're over here swimming around in shit soup, sucking on a fucking turd. So that's been Beijing's air pollution in the wintertime for the nearly 3 decades that I've been here now. So yeah, kind of a bummer. But yeah, thank you for that 007. With my streams, I mean, it's late for you, but yeah, that's it. We're on opposite ends of the planet, kind of. Yeah, so it's early. It's 8 a.m. I've been up since but for me, like I got up at 4 a.m. this morning. Did some. I get up really early, man, because I like to do a little morning qigong. Yeah, I know that's the thing right there. Dr. D's building on a toilet reference. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't get it, man. I can't keep up with everything that's said here on the FM radio channel. Sometimes there are legions of demons running all through me, right? Like Beetlejuice. I'll possess myself. Look at me. I got demons running all through me. Oh yeah, when you're just moving with the flow, the stream of consciousness, sometimes it's a little bit hard to keep up with you, even the things you've said, right? I gotta just carefully monitor and make sure that I'm in my zen when I'm saying it, that I'm trying to hit as close to truth as I can. Yeah, thank you for that 007. Yeah, a drunk Frank is not a good look. Bad optics. I quit drinking for 13 years, and I only started drinking again during COVID. So I was sober, like, I think 12 years, 11, 12, almost 13 years. Like, I drank in college. And then when I came to Beijing, I was drunk for, like, I don't know, like 5 years or something. And when I sobered up, like, I realized I had a wife and kids. And I thought, God damn, I got children and a wife. I don't know when that happened, right? So I decided that I had to quit the bottle entirely as my kids grew up. And, yeah, because it made my wife fight with me. It wasn't that I ever really had a problem with alcohol. I've never been an alcoholic. I've always been a social drinker, drink a couple times a month, maybe once a week at the most. But I do like to drink. I love beer and whiskey and wine and all of it. I do like to drink occasionally. It gets harder the older you get, right? You shouldn't do much of it. Less is better, right? With alcohol, definitely. I prefer cannabis, absolutely. Yeah, I would definitely wash my hands after a pee, Dr. D. And 007. I like to keep them squeaky clean. I'm a pretty clean dude. And like, I keep my environment super clean. I sweep and mop, wipe down surfaces, and wash my hands probably 100 fucking times a day. I don't go excessive, but I definitely, before you do things, before you eat, before you touch your penis to take a pee, I always wash before, because, I got a clean wiener. And I don't want to be grabbing a clean wiener with dirty hands. So I wash before and after taking a pee. But yeah, the concept was too hard in 180. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, 180 characters isn't enough to convey a decent concept. Okay, so your proposition was this: that modern men are concerned about minor hygiene glamour products and clean sneakers, whereas previous generations would be more concerned about matters of greater urgency or more urgency. Yeah, I can buy into that. I got a professional job and a career, so I got to wear leather shoes, and I do keep them clean, and I keep my appearance clean. And I don't give a fuck about hygiene glamour products, right? But I'm in an academic environment where even an occasional smoke break, like I take a smoke break at lunch, and sometimes I take one mid-afternoon, but smelling like tobacco. There are very, very few smokers in high schools. And so there's like maybe 5 out of 1,500 employees, right? Maybe more, because Chinese gentlemen still smoke. So I do see, Chinese male teachers going out for a smoke occasionally. But it's a whole different culture, right, in academia. And so I have to, use toothpaste and occasional squirt or some perfume or something. It's only women that would criticize you. Women are so critical, right? Oh my God, you smoke? Okay, you take a smoke break at lunch? Oh my God, how dare you? Right? It's like, oh, shut the fuck up. Got some bitch criticism. It's like, are you my wife? Are you my girlfriend? Are you sucking my dick at break time? Then who the fuck are you to even say though? It's just annoying. It's always the lesser people who try to criticize the greater people, right? And so I work 10 times as much and as hard and as smart as anybody else in that academy. But yeah, it's like, oh, you're going to criticize me about, can I come have a look at your classroom real quick and see how clean you keep it? Can I have a look at the way you treat your students? You want me to come in here? You want to criticize me? You want me to come in here start criticizing you? But anyway, even in your free time. So yeah, China has they're very strict about certain things, and like sex and any type of agent that can change consciousness. So mind change agents and sexuality, these are things that are very tyrannically dominated over here in the central kingdom of the celestial dragon. Like I can tolerate my wife criticizing me because, whatever, she, cooks dinner sometimes and keeps the house. Well, she doesn't really clean house, but she hires the IE, the nanny. She puts the nanny in line to clean the house, and she sucks dick when I want her to, and she gave birth to my children. She's the mother of my children. So she has earned a place where she can come in and soapbox occasionally, but not all the fucking time. Don't be running your mouth 24/7 trying to tell me what to do, especially when I'm the motherfucker out earning the entire funding for the entire family all the time. And I do a good 60 to 70% of the housework as well. You don't have a very, strong platform when I'm doing 90% of the heavy lifting to keep this family operating on all levels, right? From day one for 20, how long now? How long we've been married? We got married in 2003. So 22 years I've been married to her. So for 22 fucking years, I've been in a life sentence of, selfless service and keeping this family headed in the right direction financially, spiritually, even domestically. All right. So yeah, it's just weird. It's weird that anybody would do that. And it's especially weird with Queen Stephanie. Oh my God, what a nightmare that dude is, right? A know nothing, do nothing, zero achievement dude that's going to try to talk shit on every platform on the internet. His voice is so cringe and frustratingly annoying that I just never, if I never hear his voice. Now this, I have to be very careful here, because this could be a very dark spell that may unend him, right? That may do bad things. But if I never hear his voice again, or hear of him, or see him, it'll be too soon, right? So I've said my piece, and I ain't gonna polish his fucking shoes by even talking about the fucking POS. I'm generalizing about populations in general systematically across the West. Was making no presumption about Frank Monday's castle. No, I know you weren't, Dr. D, and I wasn't directing that at you. I was directing that at a colleague who I've been with my current situation for 6 years now. And she was always very, very loving and supporting and kind, and likes to run around with me and stuff at work. And she's a younger mother. She's got a 5-year-old kid, and she's working a day job. So she's like a housewife at a career, but she doesn't actually do her career or really care about it. She's just there to look good and hang out. And so she ingratiated herself to me, and I thought she might be interested in giving me a BJ or something. But she just likes the prestige of having a foreign colleague to run around with and stuff, hanging out with the golden monkey, as it were. But she recently, I don't know when, but she probably found out within the last couple of months that I'm a smoker and I take an occasional smoke break. She never knew, for going on like half a decade now, because I keep it real clean. I don't let people know that I smoke. I don't smoke anywhere in and around the school. At lunch I go for a walk in the woods and I have a cigarette, and I throw in a breath mint before I come back. This kind of shit, because I like to maintain an image, and I don't want the kids, and all the fucking housewives that work there talking shit, whatever. But she asked me the other day, she's like, I heard you smoke. Is that true? And I'm like, yeah, occasionally I like to have a cigar or something like that. She's like, oh my God, why don't you quit? And so now I know that the relationship that she built is very superficial, and it wasn't about getting to know me or being my friend. It was just about a superficial, showy thing. And if it turns out I'm not exactly what she thought I should be, then I can already feel that she's going to end it all in short order. Oh my God, I can't believe I was friends with him. Did you know that he smokes? And it's just so fucking tiring and infuriating how insincere some people are. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, I haven't even been keeping up with the chat, really, guys. I've been having a conversation with the voices in my head and thinking about other things. Yeah, she's Chinese. Yes, and very superficial, and everything has to be perfect. Lipstick has to be perfect. Hair has to be perfect. And she's cute. And she comes from a moneyed family, and she's got kind of a bubbly personality. Yeah, you got to keep it classy. That's right. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, so she's got her likes and dislikes. Maybe her husband smokes. Maybe that's it. Maybe she's trying to break it. She's been trying to break her husband of smoking for the last 10 years or something. Who knows? Maybe her father smoked. Who knows? Because most Chinese men smoke. And that's a fucking fact. There's like 500 million Chinamen smoking cigarettes right now. And there ain't a lot you can do to change that. Because Chinese tobacco is actually very good. And they keep it really pure here. Like, I've been to tobacco factories. I know people in the tobacco industry. People give me cartons of like premium cigarettes. They've got different grades of cigarettes, right? They've got like low class everyday man smokes, that are like $1 a pack, or like €1.50, or like maybe if you're in England, it'd be about $1.50 US, maybe €1.75, and then maybe $1.25 pounds sterling, right? Something like that. So they're just at or around $1 a pack. But then at the same time, they've got high class cigarettes that are like $15 a pack. Something like that, $20 a pack. And they're really good and aromatic. I mean, they've got some of the best Virginia tobacco in the world growing here in China. And they really learned how to manufacture it quite well. And yeah, so, and cigars too. They make their own cigars, but they do really well in their tobacco industry. Superficially, China, in this case, Chinese and Japanese, could smoke the West under the table, by the way. Yeah, absolutely. Motherfucking, they know their cigarettes, man, and they smoke them. They smoke them like they're going out of style. So there's definitely a big, huge tobacco smoking culture here. They've even got like in regions in the West where they grow a lot of the tobacco. They've got pipe tobacco clubs. They've got hookah clubs. They've got just all kinds of tobacco markets. You can go in and get kilos and kilos of the finest, the most delicious, all different kinds of tobacco, and for just pennies on the dollar, man. They treat it like the way it should be, which they should do the same thing with hashish and cannabis, right? If they did that, but they're not going to do it because of the opium war. And they feel like, too many people would get awakened and bitchy and maybe lazy, and they just think it would cause more problems than it would solve, for an industrialized work nation that's kind of been the factory of the world for the last 4 or 5 decades. Then they're not going to let people start fucking getting high occasionally and chilling out and getting all philosophical and being like, what, work a day job, man, I'm gonna roll up a blunt. What the fuck you talking about? They're not gonna people's nervous systems relax and truly enjoy life. So yeah, they have an agenda. That's right. How much for a pack of Marlboros? Marlboros over here are about $5 a pack. They're imported from Vietnam, so they're not true Western cigarettes. But yeah, they cost about $5 a pack, whereas the local tobacco, which is much better, is about $1.50 a pack. So why would you smoke Marlboros when you could smoke Red Tower Pagoda, right? And Double Happiness and Long Life cigarettes. They got a brand called Long Life cigarettes that are actually from Taiwan, and they're pretty tasty, but they're a little more expensive because they're imported. You know, they got a lot of British brands of tobacco here because the Hong Kong, obviously, right? And they're imported from Hong Kong. But the local Chinese tobacco is the way to go. It's tasty. They've got high quality brands. And yeah, like my wife went to Hong Kong recently and she brought me back like 3 cartons of high quality smokes, all Chinese brands, of course. And yeah, if there were truly a free market, I would buy cigarettes in China and sell them in the West, and I could become a multimillionaire, a billionaire overnight, you know, but they're never going to allow that. There is no such thing as a free market. There's not a free market with hashish. There's not a free market with cigarettes. There's not a free market with alcohol. All right. Those things are, there's not a free market with anything. It's just a total illusion. Government corporations are going to control everything. Yeah, I've heard there's an herb that you can make other smokes out of. Yeah, like Native American Indians have some herbs they make into smokes as well. Yeah, but cannabinoid is the way to go. What is it called? THC? Yeah, THC, man. That's the fucking money right there. And magic mushrooms. Once the world gets on the ball and starts, it says live in 43 minutes again. Hey, did TML go live, guys? Am I missing the show? Because I have my VPN turned off. I'll have to check it on my phone. If I'm missing the show and I'm running the pre-show too long, I need to get on over there. We need to get on up out the way, biatch. Get on up out the way. I said, move your big old fat ass out my way, bitch. Because I'm coming through. And I'm moving. And I'm grooving. And I'm jamming to the tunes of Frank Monday's hit single, Get Out the Way. I'm checking right now. I don't see... It doesn't show on my YouTube on my phone that TML is live, but that might be wrong. Corporate communism, that's right. Well, it's called capitalism with Chinese elements. That's how they've defined this epoch. The machine lies. But yeah, it's the one-party system here is communism. The machine lies 9534. 95. See, I gotta type it in. YouTube doesn't even give me TML's updates. They sometimes let Cyber Caliphate update, but they never let TML update for some reason on my phone. It's really weird because I've clicked it to all notifications multiple times, and it still doesn't do it correctly. They are the ultimate fascists. Yeah, it's fucking dire. But I'm not here to change their culture. I was here to learn their culture. I can't even change my own culture. If I could have influence on the United States, I'd be happy. You think I'm going to influence some foreign government? Fuck. People are out their goddamn minds. The only way I can be of an influence is be a living example of what I think is right. Other than that, I've got very little power. I mean, I got God's main game plan in my mind somehow. Okay, TML. Why does it say look from? Okay, it does say I'm subscribed and all notifications are turned on, but it says 7 are waiting and it's still upcoming. There's already 10 likes on TML's video, guys, so I'm hitting the like button. I just brought it to 11, but the live chat won't open on my phone either, which is really weird for some reason. They've got certain people hardcore shadow blocked on YouTube. I think I'm one of them. I think that my platform would have taken off and made a lot better progress in the very beginning had I not been shadow banned. But at the early days, it was like right prior to lockdown. So I was already talking about the release of COVID in 2019. And when I started doing that, they started striking my channel and shutting me down. And so I was never able to grow organically because I had run my mouth. And I was running my mouth about a lot of things politically and things that I had direct insight into being here in China. Yeah, so before they had even announced it to the world, I had already announced it here on the Frank Monday channel and the lockdown, that it was already well underway in China. And nobody was talking about it. There wasn't a global announcement of that so-called bat flu until March of 2020, whereas we knew about it in November of 2019. And so, yeah, there was 6 months that it was just widespread panic and terror in China, and they wouldn't let me talk about that. They announced it in January. Okay, for you guys, it was in January. Yeah, my family didn't find out about it in the U.S. until March. So at least I was still 3 months ahead of January. It was November here. Came across your radar in December. Okay. Yeah, November for us is when they went into lockdown. They went into full grid lockdown in November of 2019. But yeah, the military games were going on in October. So it was the month before that. I knew what was up in October. I knew that October shit was going down. It was going bad because they were already putting the city into lockdown and quarantine, like certain parts of it. And back then, in the 10th month of 2019, October. Yep. And I was reporting on it. I was like trying to figure out what was going on. But yeah, I did a lot of fucking on the street reporting, talking into my phone, live streaming. And they didn't like that, man. Because I was live on YouTube and Facebook, and I was getting a lot of views. Like my Facebook views were averaging around 1,500 per video, whereas YouTube was averaging like around 150 to 300. And that was more than 5 years ago now, 6 years ago, or exactly 5 years ago. No, 6. More than 6 years ago, 6 years and several months ago that was going on. So you can see that, yeah, now my videos get 10 clicks, right? 10 views a video. Yeah, something went wrong there. Something went very, very wrong. Yeah, it seems like publicly and globally, it was like February, March when they started talking about it on like the global platforms. Yeah, guys. Well, I thought I would open this up for 30 minutes and then TML would go live and then we could all head over there and check out the kind of madness he's going to get into. But it looks like his show has stalled out and it's 10 minutes past his show time. So I'm not exactly sure when he's going to go live. Let's roll that Frank Monday intro one time. If you guys don't know about the Frank Monday channel, thank you for stopping by. Like and subscribe. Do all of that happy horse shit that makes YouTube's, and I say YouTube in the most funny way, right, with the UEW. YouTube makes their algobots bark like Pavlov's dog. This is what the Frank Monday channel is all about, baby. Check it out. One of those old Frank Monday productions coming at ya.
Okay guys, our next comedian is a bit of a treat, to be honest. It is a bit of a treat. He's been away for 3 years. He is now back from the dead. Well, America. Give a big round of applause for Frank Monday.
Appreciate that shit. Makes a good man. You know what that's like, being a good man. It's tough in a fucking city like this, though. You know, nobody gives a fuck. They're like, God damn, that's some crazy shit. Motherfucker wearing high heels and shit. Looking good, too, huh? Yeah, you guys like that. That's alright. It's okay to fall down occasionally. I do that sometimes. Alright, being back in the G is pretty fucking nerve-wracking. You know, performing for 4 minutes straight. The only other time I get this anxious when I gotta perform for 4 minutes straight is when I gotta make love to my wife.
Onion ring. Yeah, they're all right.
Hey, be watching for the Star Wars blog Rebellion coming out in December. You'll love it. It's follow-up to the award-winning Generations. Oh, yeah. There you go, Frank.
Here's my burger. All right. Getting a little into that old Frank Monday jam. Once again, like Finnegan, guys, broadcasting to you. From the central kingdom of the celestial dragon, Twilight Zone Old Peking, Frank Monday, coming through on your headset. Let's get busy. Yeah, it looks like to me like TML is missing his start time, big time. He's like 15 minutes late to the show. What's going on? It shows that 7 people are waiting in the chat room over there at TML. Not exactly sure who's there chatting because I got my VPN turned off to broadcast, but it looks like he might be live now. Yeah. He's live, guys. Let me redirect everyone to the proper location, the proper locale on your SoCal. Let's get it. Let's get over there and get busy. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, everyone. Thanks for stopping by, Dr. D. Appreciate you being here, man. Much love. You out there fucking making it happen, letting people know what's up, giving a little reflection, a little articulate insight into all the horse chat going on. Good to see you, 007. Thank you for stopping by, man. Thanks for hanging out in the chat with me, and thanks for your kindness and all you do, holding down your platform here on YouTube. Who else was here? Who else worth a shit was here, right? Because there were a couple motherfuckers that showed up early on that had the head straight up their ass. And Panelverse, good to see you. Good magic, good looking out. I hope you subbed the channel, Panelverse. I really appreciate that. Seems like I saw Ricardo Sunshine out here too earlier. Maybe not. Voy, that's who it was. It was Voy. Yeah, I remember Voy and Ricardo Sunshine at the same time, because I met them both on the same day in the same place, along with Creek Mary. Yeah, she's cute. She's fun. I was kind of maybe a couple of beers in it when she showed up, and I was being pseudo racist towards her, and I was like, "Look, it's a featherhead! Wah 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 wah!" You know, I'm like, "You're not gonna scalp anybody, are you?" Yeah, savage. Yeah, so she's good fun. Yeah, good looking out, 007. Appreciate all you guys. Yeah, I'm gonna head over to TML. Let me see. I wanted to pull it up so I could show you guys. And I was loading up some videos for the backstage in case he didn't. Oh, I can't show it, right? Because my VPN's not connected. All right, I'm just gonna do this then. I'm gonna sign off by saying blessings to all of you guys. Holy art thou, Lord of the universe, vast and the mighty one, creator of heaven and earth, almighty God. Thank you for this day, another beloved day to fellowship and commune with other beings out here in this old prime material plane, getting at it, getting busy. I love y'all, good looking sex people. I will see you on the next transmission. Keep doing good magic, and until then, carpe diem. Bye for now. Oh, and let me drop the link. Head over to TML, The Machine Lies, and watch the grand display unfolding there. Dr. Kong, Master Kong of The Machine Lies. And the show is titled Panel Actors 2, BB's Revenge. Let's go check it out together, guys. Blessings and much love. Bye for now.